Okay, that's going. I am live. Let me just... Oop, nope, that's not how I type. Capital letters. There we go. Okay. And back to OBS. All right. So, oh, I already have a person. Hi, person. I woke up like 30 minutes ago and I set up all my equipment in a matter of 15 minutes, so this should be interesting. Not that it's any different from any other stream, but usually I stream like at 12 p.m. Eastern, so it was 2 hours earlier. But I've been waking up at 5:30 a.m. just to clock in at work. So, yeah, my clock's a little messed up. Regardless, we are here to explore more of 2D Fighter Maker 2002. Now, the sad thing is, on my last, I don't know, 6-7 months streaming 2D Fighter, I have actually covered pretty much the whole engine, so there's not a lot I can actually cover anymore in terms of basics. You can go back to my YouTube channel, which is linked down in my description, or I'm sorry, yeah, description of my Twitch channel. You can check out my tutorials there, or you can ask questions in our Discord, which is also linked down at the bottom. So pretty much from now on, unless I can think of something very specific that would be useful, I'm going to start answering questions that have been proposed in Discord, and I'm going to start demonstrating them. So let me go back to Discord. One of the questions I can remember is, how do you make a puppet character, a persona character? So I'll be showing how to do that. And the other question I remember seeing is... where is it? I remember a workaround was mentioned. There it is. Someone being immune to certain attacks. So like they're immune to physical attacks, but they still can be thrown. So making them hurt from certain, I don't know how to say. Yeah, they can be thrown, but they can't be struck. So those are the two I will be covering, and I'm sure as people pass in and just like slowly join the stream, they might ask questions, and I can definitely answer that as we go along. Actually, I'm gonna bring up a notepad so I can write down questions just in case. Oh, that's gonna be covering the top, so let's just minimize that. All right, so let's get started. So for those of you who do not know, Persona is a Persona 4 Arena is a fighting game where you control a character and they can summon a persona. The explanation of variables? If you're reading the old title, then no, I'm pretty sure I updated it. Let me update it again, just to be sure. Nope, that's not where I have to go. I need to go here, channel. Okay. Or you're talking YouTube, YouTube videos. I'm not sure which one you're looking at specifically. Anyway, if you have questions about those, I can answer those along the way as well. But so yeah, persona characters can summon a persona. Now, one thing I keep explaining to people is they need to think outside the box. Don't get locked into what you're visually seeing, because what you're visually seeing may not be what's happening on the screen. So a persona is actually just an object. It's the same thing as a Hadouken. So that's how we're going to treat it as such in this fighting game engine maker. There we go. Finally, I got the words out. So let us start with making the attack. So here's our example character, Stickman, who is literally just a stick man. Now, in Persona, they usually have some kind of cast animation, so we're going to make a new skill right down here, and we're going to call it objects, just so we can have some kind of separation for attack skills and the Persona user, the Persona user and the Persona, or as we'll call it from now on, the puppet, because the puppet. So we'll say summon puppet. We will give it an animation. Let's see what we can find. We will, and I've covered how to I've covered how to upload your own sprites, all of my tutorials on YouTube. So if you go into YouTube, you should be able to find those. Oh look, he has a literal Hadouken animation and a literal Tatsu animation. And this example character is basically Ryu. That's Ryu, that's Ryu. That's definitely Ryu. Anyway, regardless. Oh look, there's the Shoryuken. Alright, let's just pick the Hadouken. That'll be the Persona summon animation. So we got that. And we'll get that. So now we'll basically just line up the sprites to the idle animation. That one isn't that bad. Okay. Oops, wrong one. Wrong coordinate. Give it a little bit of delay. Man, that's terrible, but 2 frames is all I got to work with because that's all the example sprite is. That's fine. Alright, so now we will make a new skill, and we will call it Puppet. This is where the said Persona character will be. And we'll take the... is it this one? The OP flying sidekick from before. Which seems to be misdirecting incorrectly now. Hit the wall, 16. Oh, that's why. Should be 15, I think. Yeah, it's fun how 2D Fighter Maker just randomly does what it wants sometimes. Alright. No, that's still not right. Why is it misdirecting incorrectly? Goes here. Negative. That is very peculiar. That's the flying sidekick. Attack hits. Attack blocks. Hits the wall. Redirects to skill number 15. No, it is supposed to be 16 now that I'm looking at it. I can restore that to 16. And then... yeah, that was very odd. Okay, well, regardless of what's happening there, I will fix it as I see what's going on. But we'll make this animation the Persona character. But to differentiate before our regular Stickman, we will first off change this Stickman's color. So we can go into color modification, add that at the very beginning. And let's go with, I don't know, let's make them a little more green. That doesn't do much. How about... let's make him negative. There we go. Now we can differentiate. Okay, so now we will go to our Stickman, to object generation. We're going to make it unconditional, because it's a projectile, and it has nothing to do with where it's being summoned, except the summoner is the only thing that has to deal with it because it's the one summoning it. So Oops, too far. We'll have it appear right about there. We shall pick our puppet and check the animation. Yep, that's all we needed. Save. I'm currently trying to make an attack that has specific effect for the stage it is performed on. The ground comes up and I've got different animations for the different stage floor colors. Would I have to be using a system variable? Yes, you will need a system variable. The reason for that is because characters can only interact with the stage if they have something connecting them to the stage. So in my tutorial video where I talk about variables, I explained that task variables can only be used in the skill that it's in, which is actually incorrect. It can be used anywhere in the character within reason, but it's not a reliable source. A character variable can be used anywhere within the character it's being used and will be remembered instead of automatically resetting like a task variable. And a system variable works anywhere within the game and does not reset until the something resets it. So a system variable can be used to freeze a projectile during a super animation. Like if the opponent throws a projectile, you can use a system variable to freeze it in the air, so that way everything freezes. You can use it to freeze moving stage objects. So this property can be transferred to what you're trying to do, where if you have a character who, say, punches the ground and then the ground changes shape, then use a system variable to switch the floor looping animation to a different floor looping animation. And if that's supposed to be a permanent thing, then that variable doesn't reset until either the end of the round or whenever, really. So yes, you need to use a system variable. All right, so now we have, I just noticed I forgot to hit the start recording button, so now I'm going to need to download this. Great. Anyway, now that we have our summon character and his puppet, which there's the animation, let's give our summoner his defense frames, so that way he's physical. And because of his weird shape, we can add a second frame, just as we learned before. And now he has a persona character. And actually, thinking about persona, they usually appear in behind the character instead of in front. Alright, so I didn't put in the command list. Okay, so add new command. We're going to call it persona, even though I keep saying I'll call it puppet. And we will make this input A. So in the standing, summon puppet, standing far, summon puppet, and we'll leave crouching empty. You can't do that in crouching. So test play. Stickman, player, player. That's loud in my speakers. Okay. So let's press F1. Holy crap, this is in Japanese. Persona. There we go. So that's literally it. Now you're probably thinking, well, you just made a Hadouken, except it's a person instead of a projectile. Well, you're right, but that's the thing. That's what I want people to realize, that they're the same things. So now that we've made this puppet, we'll call it. Now we gotta make sure that it can be hurt, because that was the main thing of Persona. Persona, you can actually be destroyed. So someone asked about the in offset option in detect skill earlier this week, I think. So in order to make this object hurtable, we're going to replace all these defense frames with attack frames. So we're going to go to attack frame, arbitrarily redraw it. I don't really care, just for example purposes. Got that. Ooh. And I accidentally deleted something I shouldn't have deleted. Go me. Copy. Paste. Delete that. Attack frame. Delete. Attack frame. I mean, this one doesn't really matter because it's going to be interfering with the other attack frame. Attack frame. And delete that. Now, since we have multiple attack frames, we got to give them different numbers. So this one will be number 2. This one will be number 1. And this one will be number 0. So all 3 attack frames are now there at the same time. And in the redirect, we will destroy all 3 attack frames because at this point they don't matter. Or I should say the recovery. So now we have this hit the wall one is going to be tricky to implement because we actually need a defense frame for this one, but we'll get to that in a moment. So condition fork, next skill, in offset. So now if this thing gets hit with an attack, it will get destroyed. Or at least it should. Did I forget a defense frame? No. I see what's going on now. I copied and pasted and I didn't redirect. Remember, if you copy and paste, it'll always redirect to where it defaultly is. There we go. I'll go File, Save. Now. That's the wrong reaction, but we'll get there. Oops, wrong button. I should slow that down so I can actually hit it to demonstrate the point. So let's slow that down to a crawl. And you know what? The animation is probably not going to help because we won't be able to tell it's hurt. So let's copy and paste this. That's not what I wanted. Call it that for now. So for in offset, we will redirect to this bottom skill. We'll rename it Puppet Shatter. Okay. So now, supposedly, if I punch the dang thing, it's going to redirect to that. This SG is also looping in the wrong place. That explains that. This one's also looping to the wrong place. That explains that. Yeah, always check your redirects and your loops. I'm giving myself a pass since I woke up about an hour ago. Okay, there we go. That's sort of what we want. So now if I can punch the thing... That's not what I was expecting, actually. Okay, that didn't work as planned. Let's move over this attack box so I can actually hit the damn thing. I can't hit it. Oh, I know why I can't hit it. Okay, so apparently my method is flawed. So we're going to take off the damage and we're going to take off the reaction because I'm pretty sure that's the issue here. There we go. Now I punched it and then it flew away. That's what we want with the in offset. Actually, it's still not the right reaction, but you get the point. And I'm starting to think it's because I have an FD box here that is probably colliding with it first. I don't think it's touching. Now we'll extend the FA box because that's the wrong one. That's also the wrong one. There we go. There we go. Now we have the right reaction. As you can see, when the puppet character hits, when he hits, he goes to the top left and flies away. And now, like in Persona, when I punch it, he gets hit out of his attack animation. This is pretty much what they have in Persona. A hittable projectile. So now we have the issue of, in order for me to make that work, I had to remove the attack frames. The attack animation, the damage and the attack attack reaction. So in order to fix that, I'm going to do a workaround. So this puppet, I know, always stays on the ground. So we're going to first off add the reaction back. Where's reaction? There it is. No, that ain't it. No, wait, that is it. Why did it say detect random? Oh, that is detect random. That's not the right thing. I'm wrong. So it means that the damage the puppet will do will be in another object. Almost. I'm going to make its Hurtbox in another object. Your way might be better. I hesitated because now that I'm thinking about it, it might not collide correctly. But yeah, you can't use FDs in a object if you want the player character to be able to to whatchamacallit, hit it. Oh, here's reaction frame. I knew it existed somewhere. Or I could have just, you know, copied and pasted this one. Now that I think about it. Alright. So, I'm gonna take a sip out of my coffee now. Good old coffee. And we will create a special detect box. We'll go attack frame, make it 100 by 100, make it number 4. Okay, I picked the wrong coordinate, and I put in the coordinate system instead of the actual place. So let's put that back to, no, we want that to be at negative 100, or in this case plus 100, and we'll keep that at 0. So no, actually, let's line it up with his leg now that I think about it. I think that would be better. Alright. So none of these will actually matter now, these other attack boxes, so we can just delete those out. The only one that does matter is this attacking one, which will give it damage and we'll move it back to the kick. And I deleted the detect box like an idiot. That's fine. Attack frame. 100, not 1000. Not 1000. 100, 100, 10. Move it up to the leg. Okay. So basically what we want is an equivalent attack box that appears when this guy attacks at that same level. So we're going to do attack frame, make it number 2, same amount of power, so we'll say 5. Wrong. We're going to extend this out. Right about there. I want it a little bit ahead so that way it collides before he gets hit. So now, as you can see, he can damage said persona, but he can still now get hit. Which is what we want. That's exactly what we want. But the problem I have is now that if I do an air attack, which should also technically make it collide, I don't think it's actually going to... Yeah, see, that's working not how I want it. I mean, the basic concept is there. So when I upload this, hopefully people go through this, get to this part, listen to the explanation, where my concept is there, but it's not, it's still flawed. So basically what's happening here is the air attack, the reason why it's colliding, it doesn't have this small detection box down here. In a perfect world scenario, this standing weak punch is not leaving the ground. This puppet is technically not leaving the ground. So it lines up almost perfectly. That's why it collides. In the jumping attack, his height is varying, so there's no guarantee he'll ever touch. His detect box would hit before that would hit. So maybe it would work better if we switch it. Let's say that the attack box goes to the bottom and the detect box goes to the top. If we do that, then instead of a special detect box at the bottom here, it has to be a special defense frame. But then we end up with the same problem. It might be better if we just put on the shadow. So for me, our eye is the shadow. And if I put a shadow image here, you will actually notice that the shadow never leaves the ground. So we'll just use this as the example. And color modification, and we'll just make him, I think that makes, yeah, there we go. There's his shadow, which then we'll take the image and we'll move it down here. So if we go to the shadow and we make a detect box there, you'll notice that it never leaves the ground, even if the person jumps. That might be the solution we're looking for. So we'll take off striking. Save. So now you see the black shadow down there. Even if I jump in the air, that never leaves the ground. That never moves. So this may work. That could be our special detect box, that guy right there. So if we make the persona itself the hurt box and its attack the detect box underneath, that should work. No, it won't. No, it won't. I know why. It won't work because the shadow, while associated with the character, it doesn't actually detect damage for the character. You can attack a shadow all day, it's not going to feel any damage. So this is also flawed. Like, does he have a crouching attack? Yeah, he does. And it's a slide kick. So as you can see, I can attack the shadow, but it's not actually doing it. And the shadow does have a detect box, as you can see. Can't attack it. So that method is flawed too. Well, I guess I'll just have to leave it to the viewers. When I upload this to YouTube, I guess you can leave down in the comments what you think I should do to fix this. And if you're currently watching on Twitch, go to our Discord and maybe you can suggest some solutions in the Twitch Discord chat. But for now, let's move on to a different question, because again, my concept is there, and I feel like that someone could expand on my concept and actually successfully make a puppet character. It's going to be tough, but you know, the basic concept can get you off the ground. All right, so in Discord, let's try to find another question. I'm pretty sure that's not the right place. That's why I'm not going to find the question. Oh, yeah, that's right. I kind of sort of did that. Okay. So the other question in Discord was how to make someone immune to certain attacks, but then they are still throwable. So we have here a counterattack, which when the counterattack activates, it's an example of in offset. He will do an attack. Okay, hold on. That's annoying me. Let's get rid of the stupid shadow. Okay. Save. I think it's this button. Nope. That's auto combo. There we go. There's the counterattack. So when the guy flickers red, he automatically attacks and does his flying sidekick. And we're going to lengthen that to about 2 seconds just to make things easier to time. But in a lot of games, a counter minus Hakumen from Blaze Blue, because Hakumen just breaks all the rules, counters can be grabbed. So we're going to create a grab on this character, which amazingly I didn't give him. Interesting. So we're going to go add new skill. I say throw attack. No, throw initiation. So throw init. And then we're going to do another one. Throw attack. So let's open up and let's see if this example sprite has any grab animations. Amazing. It doesn't. Maybe something in here I can kind of steal. No. Not really. You know, I said I'd use this as an example just to be fair, so there's no DFO sprites, no Street Fighter sprites, no King of Fighters sprites, but I didn't expect that to happen. Alright, that's fine. We'll just, I'll think of something. We'll pick something here. Let's pick, I guess this. Even though it's an uppercut, we'll make it into a grab. So we'll do that. That'll be his grab animation. He just leans forward. I know it's stupid, but again, we're just trying to demonstrate a point here. Neutral, that's what I'm looking for. So we'll go defense frame. We'll make that his striking box. Defense frame 2. We'll make all this. And attack frame. Right there. While I think about it, adding your own shadow image will delete the default one, meaning that you'll have to program with variables how it behaves all over again. Yeah, but it's apparently not that hard. I've never done it because I actually didn't like the shadows. The shadows for me just look so out of place, so I actually just put an invisible image. In my fighting game, there are no shadows. Actually, my example character is right here. Here's the shadow. There is a invisible image. There is nothing there. I just didn't like it. Keisuke kept saying that it's easy, but, you know, no offense to Keisuke, because I know he sometimes rewatches my videos, but he thinks a lot of things are easy, and sometimes he's just so, distant, because he's done this for so long that it's just like, it doesn't really do anything for him. But anyway, so I don't need to add a, oh no, I will need to add a new animation. Okay. So we'll make we'll just take a hit strong stand for this. We'll delete the movement. So now he's going to be standing still, which is what I want. We'll go to text skill. We're going to go while throw do. Throw attack. This is going to be unblockable. While guard. No sky detection. And I just realized that this grab is going to last forever, so copy paste the image. Make it only last 10 frames. Then we're going to go here, attack frame, delete it. Yeah, kind of silly how he doesn't really have a recovery animation. Let's just copy this, I guess. Delete the secondary FD. Delete the attack frame. Okay. Yeah, not the cleanest thing in the world, but again, we're just here for the example. So for the actual throw, we'll just copy and paste this punch. Now, currently as it sits, which I will demonstrate now, I didn't throw in the command again. Throw. We'll make this letter B. Throw initiation. Throw initiation. Save. Alright. Now he has his throw. Now if he does that while the opponent counterattacks, wrong move. So if I do that while the counterattack is active, the throw will not actually activate. As you can see, nothing happens. If he's just standing still like that, I guess I didn't program it correctly, so apparently I'm just wrong. Let's go. I'll throw do. That's probably the reason why. Also, I want to manipulate the opponent, so we're going to also change the opponent's positioning. We're going to go there, and we're going to do partner set into what I put it on. This one? Yeah. Hit strong crouching. Okay. So we'll take hit strong crouching. And we're going to say save. Okay. Let's try this again. Hopefully I did it right this time. There we go. Nothing happens back here. He grabs and then he punches him. That's his throw. Now, as I said, when you do the counterattack, nothing happens. Both attack boxes just disappear. So in order to fix that, on the throw initiation, we're going to make a special attack box. Gonna give it number 2. Give it the same things, no sky decision while guarding. Make it 100, no. 50? No, 30, that'll work. Make it a 20. Line it up with that. Negative 150. Nah, we're not doing the negative 100 for the puppet, so negative 100 works fine. And that works. So the next thing we'll do is go to our counter skill, add a defense frame. We'll add throwing, just throwing, because we don't want anything else to interfere. We'll make the same number. That's not it. 80, 100, 30, and 20. 80, 100, 30, 20. 80, 100, 30, 20. But we're going to change the coordinate to line up with the body. Like that. What is the difference between while guard and guard fail? Nothing. My client is just translated differently than yours, probably. Because this is an older version I found that was more stable. This is something I had in my USB drives backed up, and I just decided to try it out, see what was going on. Because my other one, if you watch previous streams, I had like freezing issues and crashing and all that. So I was trying this out like 2 weeks ago, and I thought it may be old, but I guess it'll still work. So I switched to it just to see how it works. If I like the other one better, I can switch back. If not, I mean, this one's treating me pretty well. Anyway, so we're going to save our progress. Oops, that's a persona attack. Okay. So now, as you can see, visibly on the screen, he only has one box. He doesn't actually have that detect box. If I do a basic attack, his counter activates. If I grab the counter now, it's not initiating. That's interesting. Oh, I know why. I think I know why. Or maybe I don't know why. Give me a second. Where is your throw, Soshinde? Throw. I know it's in a stupid spot. Here it is. Oh, shoot. Nope. I'm sorry, Geodude. I was talking about the wrong thing. Sorry. What's the difference between wild guard and guard fail? This is what you were talking about. I was thinking something like it was just a translation issue. My fault. Okay. I'm with you now. Okay. So, guard fail is it's unblockable, and wild guard is even if they're guarding, it will still attack. My fault. Wasn't thinking. Yeah, I do that sometimes. Alright, let's try this again. Still not initiating. Try that. That's not the grab button. Okay. I've done this before, so I don't understand why it's not working. Well, first off, let's make sure that the detect box is actually appearing. Maybe that's my issue. Yep, it's actually appearing. Doing throw initiation. Does it appear? It does. Not the way I expected it to, but... Oh, because it's not being deleted. Okay. Back to Soshinde real quick. Let's see what Old Reliable has to say. Odd. Setup exactly the same, except I know this one is if attack hits. Save. Stickman. That's odd. It's still not activating. What does the difference implicate? Well, one is it became a guard fail is it's unblockable. So no matter what it'll just go through. That's pretty obvious. While guard is it will only do full damage if they're guarding. So if they don't block it, they actually take the block damage. And if they do block it, they take full damage. At least that's what I'm remembering. Since my mind is kind of focused on something else, I'm having a hard time remember. You could reference Mag Launcher's reference book that's pinned in the Discord, but I can't seem to remember. That's what I believe while guarding is. Actually, I could just try it real quick and let's see what happens. Let's do while guarding. File, save. Let's see what happens. Okay. That does full damage. The hell just happened there? Hmm. I'm not sure if that's intentional. Let me. That is intentional. That's interesting. I don't know why that's there. I guess that was a demonstration from the previous stream, so let's delete that. So what I said was actually wrong. I don't know what wall guard does. Yeah, check Mag Launcher's guide. Been too long that I've been doing this on autopilot. That one I say it's just a quick read. I've used it on my characters, as you can see here, wall guard. So I can't really explain it well, since I just copied and pasted. I'm also trying to figure out why my detect skill is just not detecting. Oh, over here I have it broken up into 5 different parts. Okay, let's do the same thing. We'll go into our grab, decrease it to that. No, that's not what I meant to do. Copy. Copy. So visibly it looks the same. Okay. Functionally it works the same. And that was it. Okay. Now we've got it. So, as you can see, a normal attack, the counter attack activates. And if he's in counter state and I grab, I can grab him out of it. We've done it. I've remembered how I did it before, and I've cracked the case. So now, because of that special detect box underneath, he is able to grab the opponent. Actually, in this case, let's move everything above, so that way everybody can see what's happening. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, all of them need to be moved above. Save, test, test. So, as you can see, that's a little high, but you can kind of see it. The detect box appears up in the air, and the grab has same detect box. So when this initiates, while the bottom detect boxes that are on the character disappear, the top one actually activates. Oh, wow, that is really far forward. But yeah, demonstrates the point. Oh, there you go. That's how you make character-specific detect boxes. All right. So let's see if I can find another quick question to round it off to 3. Something that I can demonstrate instead of just going, hey, go to Mag Launcher and just call it a day, because I can do that all day. It's not really helpful. And I know people who are rewatching my videos on YouTube or rewatching the stream, which God bless you if you're watching the rewatching the stream replay, because it's like hours long. I know that I don't cut out the points where I'm struggling to figure something out. And that's because I want you guys to realize that while I say this isn't programming, it's not. It's still difficult, and I want you guys to see that as a veteran user of 2DFM, that I can still struggle. I can still make mistakes. And if I show you my mistake, you guys can learn from my mistake so you don't have to do the same mistake. It's all a learning process. I know it's annoying for you guys. We're just like, oh god, this guy's just now stalling or something. And yeah, I'm stalling a little bit, but again, it's so you guys don't make the same mistake, so you guys don't sit there wondering, I think I did it the same as him. Why isn't mine working? Because if I just go, yeah, I know the problem, and then fix it without saying a word, then that doesn't help anyone. Alright, it doesn't look like I can find a specific example on Discord, so we're at 51 minutes. 1 hour is a pretty comfortable time for this. Does anybody have any quick questions that I can answer or demonstrate? And this is a chance where I get to sip my coffee. I don't know if you can hear me slurping, but this French vanilla coffee is delicious. I also haven't had breakfast, so before I do the RPG Maker XP stream, I'm definitely going to do that, but that's besides the point. Any questions? It's free game. I'll be honest with you if I don't know how to do it. So, like, and don't be afraid, like, I'll try to answer it if I've never done it before. You just ask whatever's on your mind. This is your chance. Oops, why? I'll give you guys like another minute if you can't think of anything. How could we do a pickable object like Vagels? Apparently I really want a bagel. Like Vega's claw or Cody's knife. Fairly difficult actually, but I can imagine it. Let me think. All right. We're going to go into here. Go into graphics, objects. What objects? Oh, okay. These are pretty generic objects. Let's pick this barrel. This will be our Cody's knife or Vega's claw. Which it would help if, you know, I'd make a skill to for it to actually live in. Try that again. Open. There. Yeah. Alright. So, I'm putting this as part of the character because what you're asking for is part of the character. Now, so a way they can pick it up. Let's think for a second. First off, we want it to stay in the ground. Let's tackle this a step at a time. We want it to stay in the ground. So we're going to have it loop, just like that. We also want the object to, let's just have it spawn right at the beginning, and it has nothing to do with the player until he touches it. Like that. So if we go into our test play, there we go. Whoa. What the hell's going on back there? We got a little third magic dude. Don't know what's going on there. Interesting. Hmm. Oh, I know what's going on. Okay, that was a bad idea. Let's not have that spawn there. We need a one-time animation, so we're gonna actually put in a start animation. Object. That is called an object overflow. So that should do it. Yep, now we don't have the issue. Okay. So now that's gonna stay there until... That's gonna stay there until they pick it up. Now how are we gonna have them pick it up? We can... Obviously we need some kind of variable. If we do... variable... Let's see. Variable... replace... use... parent x coordinate. It's the same. Let's see if this works. We're gonna go add new skill. And we're gonna just call it barrel pickup. Ah, fudge. Butterfingers hit the delete key. Alright. Character variable A, replace, use. We're gonna say parent. It's not a parented object though. I'll change it to a parented object. We'll go with the same. And then hit this, go to parent. And then that. Okay, if my thought process is correct, maybe the barrel will disappear when we touch it. No. I just made it connected. Okay, so we can't do parent. Alright, let's do map x coordinate. Wait, they both say y coordinate on mine for some reason. It's interesting. Okay. So if we reach a certain x coordinate, that barrel should disappear. Doesn't disappear, okay. Trying to think. What can we do to manipulate it to think that, hey, the player is here and it's going to be able to pick up this item. No matter what, we can get near the barrel, but it's not changing its status. And I think I know why. Yeah, that would probably do it. That probably is one issue. I didn't have it looping correctly. Alright, so that's not working. Map coordinate. Okay. Aha! We have the barrel disappear. That's good. Okay. So the condition seems to be... Alright, let's do that. We get save. I need to find a point where that barrel disappears. There it is. I don't know why it didn't disappear the first time, though. Okay, so we're close. What if we do parent x coordinate? Okay, so that doesn't work. But what did work is if we did map coordinate and we did 0. Yeah, just like that. That's what we want. So we're gonna go here, copy and paste. It's below. We're gonna go there. And just to make sure I have some kind of indication this is working, I'm gonna do that. All right, we're almost there. I want it to deactivate though, so he can't pick it up anywhere. But the fact that he passes over the barrel and that red box is appearing means that he can interact with the barrel. So we'll do condition for command. And we'll do barrel disappear. Just put an end skill just to make things easy. Save. Condition fork. Variable. Character variable B. Replace to 1. And we'll add here variable. Character variable B. It's the same. 1. We're going to copy this. Add. We're going to say barrel idle. Idle as an idle stance, not the Japanese idols. Let's copy. We're going to go object. I'm going to have a barrel appear here. Parent. Going to be that barrel. Now this, he has a barrel. Yep. All right. I think that will do it. I'm going to do this to reset the variable. Okay. So now I can pick up the barrel. Or not. Or am I doing the right input? Not. What's the input? Oh. Yeah, that would do it. Let's make it a button that I'm not using. Down C. See if that does it. Okay, so I can pick up the barrel. Nope. Whoops. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. Oh, okay. I didn't have the correct redirect. Let's try this again. Okay. Hey! He picked up the barrel. I did it. It's really sorry for what was disconnected for a bit. What happened? I was trying to figure out how to pick up this barrel, which I've gotten the basics down. So right now I have the coordinates set to this bottom left corner because it's the only consistent way. But once the player reaches this coordinate, I can go to the barrel and pick it up. So I got it to semi-work. Now the problem is it doesn't work 100%, but again, concept is there. As you can see, the barrel doesn't have the red box. The red box is just an indicator to tell me visually that I can pick it up. It's not entirely necessary. It's not necessary at all, actually. But when that red box appears, that means I'm allowed to pick it up. Now, ideally, when he's away from it, it shouldn't, you know, that red box shouldn't appear. So, like, see this guy, his red box appeared. The one on the left side, that's player 2. So he can actually pick up the barrel from here. Am I pressing the right button? Am I lying? Can they not pick up the barrel? No way, really? Did I actually do it correctly? Holy shit, I actually did it correctly. I know what's going on. When it switches back, it doesn't delete the attack frame. That's why I thought it was always active. So that means... Wow, I actually did it. Wow. That blows my mind. I've never done that before. I'm actually happy about that. I'm very proud of myself. So, yeah, okay. So, when he reaches a certain point of the map, he can pick up the barrel. When he leaves it, he can't pick up the barrel. There you go. Look at that. This guy, on the other hand, has to have his coordinates flipped because he's player 2. So that's a little bit more of a challenge because I based this off in see how the red box appeared, so probably he can pick it up now. Yep. So player 2 needs to have his coordinate system flipped. That way that he doesn't just randomly pick up the barrel from here. So to demonstrate that, we know player 1, he can pick up his barrel on this. Oops, like that. So now player 2, who clearly has no barrel, if I do the input, as you can see, he's picked up the barrel. So the concept works, but player direction, player initiative is going to play a role. Is what's really going to play a big role. Because that will allow you to pick different coordinate systems. So it's not, because when you pick map coordination, the numbers are absolute. So the 0 point will always be the bottom left, and simply quote-unquote flipping it doesn't make 0 the bottom right for player 2. So you're going to need a coordinate system for player 1 and a coordinate system for player 2. If you want to make things easy, then you're going to need to put things in the middle, so it's just one coordinate system. But that's a different story altogether, because if you want an object that is shared between the two, that one is going to be like in Street Fighter 4. Cody can only one Cody can pick up the knife. They need to literally fight over the knife. Oh, time ran out, I guess. Yeah, I have time on for some reason. So I don't think I can figure out how to make a pickup object that is shared between the two players right off the fly. You're going to have to do a system variable and have the object interact with the stage, and then the stage needs to detect that this character is on the map. If you want it, like, Cody can appear on any stage in Street Fighter 4 and his knife will always be there. So I'm assuming that it's tethered to him. But the fact that both Codys can pick up the map and there's only one knife, that means it's not tethered to a single character, but tethered to both characters. So in 2D fighter equivalents, I would say that it needs to be a stage object that is activated when a certain character is picked. And then you need to do something similar to what I did, where you have a tracking variable to find it so they can pick it up. One of them can pick it up. Now, to do it for player 1 and player 2, I'm not too sure. I'm thinking player initiative again, the one that Mag Launcher has. So that way, it's player initiative, and then if player 1 touches it, it turns to player 1 priority, and if player 2 touches it, turns to player 2 priority. I'm just talking out loud. I don't really know how that's gonna work out. But hey, I just figured out object pickups. Let's see if I can get it to actually activate where the barrel is instead of just the corner. Nope. Oh wait, I don't have it activated, that's why. Okay, 100 seems a bit much. Let's go down to 50. That ain't working. Baby steps, let's go to 10. Oh, it disappeared. Died. Alright, so I can only get it working with 0 for some reason. I cannot figure that out. I don't plan to take too much time on it because I'm happy with the fact that I figured it out in the first place. So, my barrel. Yeah, this is just so silly. But yeah, I figured it out. Character variable B. Alright, well, now that I've answered that question miraculously, any other questions? I'm gonna play with this barrel thing because I'm having too much fun with it. My barrel. Any question, because no question is stupid. Huh. It can't be. I swear to God, if it's actually a negative number, I'm going to be extremely pissed off. No, it's not a negative number. Yeah, I can only get it to work for 0 for some reason. If I use parent X. Parent. Parent. Nope, that doesn't work. Okay. Try data X coordinate. Save. Test. No, that doesn't work too. So it has to be map coordinate. Okay. So we need to use map coordinate. I'm going to try the other one just in case, because they're both labeled Y coordinate for me. And now it doesn't activate. Well, I can only get it to activate in that bottom left corner. Oh. Okay. I think I understand now. No questions? I can give you guys like another minute. Think of any question. I mean, check it out. I just randomly figured out how to activate the barrel pickups. Or item pickups, I should say. Right about there. Hello. Of. Okay, so it's above. Works pretty well. That just breaks it. Save. I mean, I got it to the point where he's right on top of the barrel, he can pick it up. He's behind the barrel, he can pick it up. And when he's in the front, he can't pick it up. But he can pick it up when he's way back here, which that's not what I want, but hey, we're pretty close. The question is that map coordinate or is that barrel coordinate? Now if I make it spawn in front of him. Okay. Yep, that's definitely map coordinate. Because right about here where the barrel originally was, as you can see, the red box activates. Which is perfectly fine as long as... Well, it's not perfectly fine. Because if you want this object to be dropped, like Vega's Claw, Vega's Claw can drop literally at any point in the match and anywhere in the map. So if, let's say, Vega's Claw drops over here, the same properties have to apply, in which case you need to track the object through another variable. So right now he can pick up the barrel at this point, because that's where I originally mapped it. But I want him to be able to pick it up at this point. I don't think I'm ready to make a tracking system right now because that's a little bit much. My barrel. So, yeah, we have the concept down though. Alright, so if there are no more questions, thank you for showing up. If you're rewatching this replay on YouTube, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you would like to be notified for whenever I upload tutorials. You can join our Discord server down in the link below to ask questions from me and other experts in real time and maybe learn other game making engines. You can also follow me on my Twitch channel, which if you're watching this on YouTube, you can go in my channel and you can link to my YouTube. It will also be linked on my description. So thank you for showing up, and I will be starting the RPG Maker XP part of the stream in about 10-15 minutes. I just need to take a quick break.